Okay guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. This is Toddy Walnuts, and today I am casting my entry into Blu-Ray Evan's 600 subscriber contest. So first of all, before I get into the 5 questions, I want to thank Blu-Ray Evan for having this nice contest, and I also want to congratulate the young fella for reaching such a milestone of 600. That is outstanding, and you're going to get many more because you are a great YouTuber and a good friend of mine, and I'm glad we're buddies. We're also Facebook friends, and Evan is always one of the nicest kids on YouTube. He's quick with a response and a thumbs up for everybody's videos. He's probably one of the biggest supporters on YouTube. So I am honored to enter his contest, and I'm going to read you guys the 5 questions that he asked. But before I do that, the rules for the contest are: you have to be a subscriber, you have to like the video, the contest video, and your video has to be at least 3 minutes long. And he's asking the question of, number 1, what is your favorite gangster film? Well, I have a few here, and I'm going to go through, I'm going to make a little list, and I'm going to count down. I think I have 7 here. I couldn't find Casino. I watched that recently with my daughter, and don't judge me. There is some harsh language, but that's one of the best movies ever made. Everybody should see that movie. I can't find it at the moment, so I'm going to have to work without it for this video. But I'm counting down from 7 to 1, and this is my 7th favorite gangster film, and this is a Quentin Tarantino. This is a special edition DVD, the 10-year anniversary of Reservoir Dogs. And this is one of the best gangster films ever made. Everybody has seen it by now. And let me see here. We got a little insert card. This video is going to be quite a bit longer than 3 minutes. Evan, I hope you don't mind. You have the chapter menu, and then you have a little picture of the 4 main characters, which Harvey Keitel was Mr. White, Michael Madsen was Mr. Blonde, Eli Roth was Mr. Orange, Steve Buscemi was Mr. Pink, and then what was the other guy's name? Bunker, I think. He was Mr. Blue. There was a Mr. Blue, and I can't, let me see. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, and I'm not trying to kill time. But yeah, this is a 2-disc edition. It has a lot of special features, as you can see. I do not have a proper Blu-ray of this film, but I'll probably keep this DVD just because of the special features. But I do plan on picking up the Blu-ray at some point. I just have not got around to it yet. So that is number 7, Reservoir Dogs. Number 6 is Scarface, Al Pacino. This will probably be a little bit higher on other people's list. This is the limited edition steelbook. Tony Montana, a Cuban immigrant who comes to the U.S. with lint in his pocket, and he ends up building a cocaine empire. And it has a young Michelle Pfeiffer in it who looks absolutely gorgeous. Next up is another Quentin Tarantino movie. This is Pulp Fiction. This will probably be a little bit higher on other people's lists as well. Love this movie. I love the 2 actors. This is Vincent Vega and Jules Winston, played by Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta. And they made the whole movie happen, I think. Just the way that they bounced back and forth off of each other and they played off of each other was outstanding. Very good film, and this is probably the film that I've seen the most in my lifetime. Out of any movie I've ever seen, I think I've seen this the most. And let's see, that is number 5. I think that's right. Yeah, here's number 4. This is a James Cagney film called The Public Enemy. Black and white film, and I don't know if too many people have ever seen this. This movie came out in the 40s. And it's a little bit underrated in my opinion. The film is supposed to take place in the 1920s during Prohibition and all that. And I take that back. This movie came out in 1931, so it's even a little bit earlier than I thought. But that's The Public Enemy, and I recommend anybody who hasn't watched this to check it out. Good film. And number 3 on my list is The Godfather. This is the original, part 1. And these next 3 films, including this one, are all 10 out of 10 for me. So I'll give The Public Enemy 9 out of 10. but this is a perfect 10 for me. This is The Godfather. I don't have to say anything about this. Everybody has seen The Godfather by now. Number 2 on my list is Donnie Brasco, and this is based on a true story about Joe Pistone, who becomes Donnie Brasco to infiltrate the mafia. And Lefty is played by Al Pacino. And this role by Johnny Depp is one of the best roles I've ever seen in any movie. And if you haven't seen Donnie Brasco, why the hell not? Why haven't you? Where have you been? No, I'm kidding, but go check it out. Very, very good film. Donnie Brasco. And my number 1 movie is probably going to be everybody's number 1 movie, and for a good reason. This is probably the best gangster film ever made. Although I want to say this is very close second for me. These movies are very, very close. This probably beats it by like a percentage point. You know, as far as like if this was a 10 out of 10, this just beats it by like a 10.1 or something. I don't know, but yeah, a 10 out of 10 is solid, and I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Everybody's seen this movie. I still haven't gotten the 25th anniversary edition, but I have gifted that to Blu-Ray Evan, and I hope you're enjoying that, Evan. That's a nice set. I'm going to get that for myself eventually. So those are my top 7 gangster films. Okay, number 2 is who is your favorite superhero? And I have 3 editions here I want to show you. Batman is number 2 on my list as far as my favorite superhero. And I'm not really crazy about the superhero films, guys, to be honest with you. And I know a lot of you guys are going to think that's blasphemy, but I never really did get into any of the, like the Avengers and all that stuff. I know it's very popular. Everybody's watching them, but I tend to like animated superhero shows, and I do love the Batman films. So Batman would be number 2 on my list, and these are both Walmart exclusive steelbooks. I showed this in a previous video for my steelbook overview collection. But my favorite superhero of all time is Spider-Man, and this was a very nice gift from one of my best friends on here, Sammy, Falagar517. And I haven't opened this yet. It's still sealed. And I told Sammy that I was going to open this in a different video, so I'm not going to open it in this one. But I am going to be showing this, I'm going to be unboxing this and showing all the innards and all that stuff in a different video. I have to wait for a package that's coming in the mail. And there's no rush, Sammy, if you're even watching this. But when Sammy's other packages come, I'm going to do an unboxing of this. I just wanted to show this off in this video because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. Okay, number 3 is what made you start collecting movies? Well, for me, I do have a very fond memory of this creature right here. This is the creature from the Black Lagoon. The reason I'm showing this is A, I don't have a copy of the film, which is crazy. Not even a DVD copy of it. I need to pick one of these up. But B, I think I was about in 3rd grade, 2nd or 3rd grade, I don't recall. But in the city I live in, they had a little promo with our local newspaper. They were giving out 2 free pairs of 3D glasses because they were going to show the creature from the Black Lagoon on TV on I think it was a Sunday evening. And with those glasses, you could watch the creature from the Black Lagoon in 3D on your home television. And that is the first exposure I ever had with a horror film. I believe it was 2nd or 3rd grade. And the rest is history because I fell in love with the movie. I loved the concept of 3D at the time. I'm not really too crazy about it now, to be honest with you. But as a kid, you couldn't tell me nothing about 3D. I loved it. I mean, this movie was just, look, I mean, the creature, everything about it, it scared the hell out of me as like a 2nd grader. And it really got me into collecting films, and it got me into horror films, more importantly. And yeah, that's my little story of how I got into collecting. And I just think that everything about the creature is really cool. And then I kind of graduated to like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, and I kept going up and up. And I'm in my 40s now. I'm 41, and I'm still a little kid when I see these horror films like this and these little figures, and it just brings me back. They're very nostalgic to me, and it just has, I mean, I go back to my childhood when I see things like this, especially these toys. I'll never stop collecting these. And like I said before, I do go into Toys R Us quite a bit, and I do buy stuff for myself. and I'm not embarrassed about it, and I'm not afraid to admit it. So that is my story about how I got into collecting. And number 4 is, what is my favorite Blu-ray? And I forgot to grab this, so I'm going to pause it for a second, guys. I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I apologize for that. This is number 4 on Evan's list. What is my favorite Blu-ray? And this is one I have never shown before to anybody on my channel. This is a German, this is like a media book, but I'll show you guys the inside of this. This is Nightmare City. It says Großen Griff der Zombies, but the English translation is Nightmare City. And this is from CMV Laservision. And this is limited to 250 pieces. And I have number 222. I don't know if you can see that, out of 250. Now the cool thing about this this is actually called an audio book, because when you open up the cover, it has the movie. You can actually watch it on the inside of, but it's in German language. But you can watch the entire movie on this little screen here. There's like a little rewind button. There's loud, you can make it louder or softer. I'll just kind of show you guys for a second. It's probably not picking up very good on my phone, but it's pretty crisp quality. And you can actually watch the movie inside of here. There's a little charge port right at the top up here that I can plug into the wall and it'll charge this back up. You can watch this whole movie on one battery charge. The movie's about an hour and a half, I think. The only thing is it doesn't have fast forward or rewind. If you hit this little button in the middle, it just takes you all the way back to the beginning. It doesn't have chapters where you can just click through to the next chapter. Otherwise, I would pass all this up and show you guys like some footage of the film. And like I said, it does come with the Blu-ray hard copy as well. So you can actually watch this on your Blu-ray player, or if you wanted to take this like in your car, I guess. Only thing is I don't speak German, but it's still cool to have this little edition. When these first came out, they were selling them for, I think it was 200 bucks. I did not pay that for this, by the way. I paid much less than that. Well, while you guys are watching this, I'll just get to the number 5 question. And then Evan wants to know, what is the favorite thing we like about his channel? And that, for me, that's an easy one. My favorite thing about Blu-ray Evan is he's very generous with his comments. And he always seems to spread the love. I mean, I see his comments on many of my favorite YouTubers. So he's out there watching all kinds of videos and commenting, which is, everybody appreciates that. And that's what I like best about Evan. And as far as about his channel, I just like that he has a nice little variety. He has some out and abouts, or he'll do some shout-outs.
Hier ist die BWC mit den Nachrichten und der Tagesschau. Wie wir im Laufe des Tages bereits mehrfach gemeldet haben, ist aus dem staatlichen Nuklearzentrum
I think we've seen enough, guys. We don't speak German, so at least I don't. But that is my entry into Blu-ray Evan's contest, and I want to wish everybody luck, whoever else enters. And I want to congratulate Evan again for having such a great channel and having a great contest and reaching that milestone of 600, which is very impressive. Because I think I'm only at about 200, so I wish I was at 600. That's really impressive. So thanks for watching, guys. Go and subscribe to Evan if you haven't. And if you are, subscribe to Evan. Enter this contest. Show him some support. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time.